Hi everyone, my name is Umar Farooq, and my whole intention of creating this video is really to share my experience on how we handle the delivery of baby, just being two of us, like me and my wife, without seeking any help from the family or other sources. So I'll try to share my experience, and intention is that you guys understand, is it necessary to get somebody from home if you are outside the country, or you guys can handle it? That's my whole intention. So the short story is, I work in Bangalore and I got the training assignment in US. So as soon as I got the news, I shared with the family and with my wife, and I was of opinion that my wife has to come with me, because of obvious reasons, that you want to be with your wife when she is pregnant, and you want to see your baby through a different developmental stages. You don't want to miss that. So I was of that opinion. So as soon as I shared with my wife, she was a bit reluctant, because again, of obvious reasons, that there is no one to help us. I have a family here who is going to help me through these stages, but there is no one in US, right? From a family perspective. So do we need mom? Do we need somebody else to come with us? So these are kind of discussions we were having. So and everyone around us was giving us an opinion that don't go, or keep your wife here and you go alone, but you both don't go because you are first-time parents and it's not going to be a doable thing for you guys. You don't know how to handle the baby, you don't know how to burp the baby, you don't know how to bathe the baby, and there are a ton of other things which we all were hearing that time. So I discussed with my wife, and I still remember I told her that we need to believe in ourselves, and we need to believe that we are together in this, and we know we are just two of us, and no matter what comes to us, no matter how hard it's going to be, if we both are committed and we believe in ourselves, we will pass it. There's no doubt about it. And that's very important, because when you know you are just alone in it, you're not expecting any help from anybody, you know you have to cross it, you will do it. That's what I have been always believing so far, and it works, right? And God also helps you when you believe in yourself that you will do it. So she was convinced, and not just convinced, but she understood that yes, let's be together and let's cross it. So short story, we flew to Houston, and we got our medical formalities done, we got the doctor done, we got the hospital done, and other things like that. And then I resumed my training here. At that time, my planning was that when she delivers a baby, then I will take like 2 weeks of leave. Now, if you combine the weekends, it comes around 14 days. And then my company was also providing me the help in terms of providing a babysitter for another 15 days if I resume to work, which I was. So if you 15 plus 14, it almost kind of sums up to 30 days, means a 1 month. So 1 month is a good time for mom to kind of recover from that delivery. So that was my plan. But as God have some different plans, then what happened so her due date was in 1st April. And in March, everything got shut down because of COVID-19. So there was a lockdown in the country. There were the rise in the COVID cases in March, and that was the beginning when other countries started detecting COVID, apart from China. So I still remember, so when that happened, then my second option of getting that help, that dropped, because I don't want someone to come to my house every day for those 15 days, because you don't know what their COVID status is and who they are meeting outside. So that option dropped, and the other option came was like I was working from home, getting the training from home on the Zoom and other platforms. So obviously I'm going to be at home, so that means I'll be at home, I'll provide help, and I'll also work. So that kind of worked well. Then what happened was, in our last doctor appointment, she said that she's going to induce the labor. So induction of labor means that they provide you drugs which helps you in the induction of the labor, and then she will the whole reason she did that was the COVID cases were increasing here, and she thought that hospitals may get overwhelmed with the COVID cases, so let's get it done. And our response was okay, because looks logical. So she told us to come on 30th of March to hospital during the evening time. So I still remember. Now imagine for a moment, just two of us staying in a room and knowing that we're gonna go to hospital tonight. The emotions were full during that time, and obviously you feel that real loneliness at that time, because you know now this is happening, right? All the time you were like, okay, we will do it, and now is the time it came. Yes, it's going to happen now. So emotions were high, and I know what was going through my wife. Like anybody who was calling her before those days, she was breaking down on the phone call, and I was trying to be very strong. And I still remember that day I went to the Pakistani store here in Houston, and I got some good chicken kebabs. We Kashmiris love those all was one kind of things, though it doesn't taste exactly, but it was a good alternative. So we had a good lunch. Again, the emotions were very high. I still remember we took our small briefcase, which we normally use for vacations, to the hospital, and just two of us driving to the hospital. And then the hospital people screened us because they were screening everybody's temperature, and they gave us the mask that time. The other story here is that the masks that time were short. Nobody was able to buy the masks here because none of the stores have them, because everything was going to the hospitals. And I ordered some days before from Amazon, but I got them from like after 3 months. So we went into the hospital, got admitted, and then the nurse came, and then she did all the formalities. Now I am a kind of a person who is very, very scared of medical procedures. I'm even scared of like needles, and I can't see somebody in the pain. Now whenever she was putting the medicine to my wife through injections or through other means, I was like going in the corner or in some other area, because I can't see that. I don't know why, but it's been from my childhood. So the next day, that was an evening, the whole night we slept for some time, and the next day, and I was in communication with my parents and my in-laws, like her parents, and communicating them that what's happening, what's going good, what's going bad, and I like all kind of stories. Like we were all connected, and you really need that, because that is kind of a virtual support you need during that time. And then on the next day, her labor started, and then the doctors, the nurses, and the staff, they were like wonderful people. And I want to name the hospital here, like it's a Memorial Hermann. The staff and the doctors they have are amazing. They helped us during all that time. And then the time came, like it was a 3 p.m. On the 31st March when we saw our baby for the first time. And as soon as we saw the baby, I made a video call to my family, and they saw him, and then to my in-laws, and they saw him. And when you see him, the doctors here go out of the room, like everybody else go out of the room. It's just you, mom, and the baby. And they call it as a golden hour, where you just spend 1 hour without any disturbance. And that was an amazing hour, where you get to see a new life in your hands, and a new family member, and you just start talking with him and kind of playing with him. So everything about COVID, the other depression, loneliness, we remember nothing during that period of time, because when you see the baby. So now on the next day, the whole night, obviously the baby was crying, and we don't know why, right? And we don't want him to cry, because we like, oh, why is he crying? So every time he was crying, I was dialing the number in the hospital room to the nurses outside, that hey, why is he crying? And they helped us, right? Now today when I think like why I was calling, I think I was foolish, right? because babies cry. But they were very supportive. They came in and say, feed him, change his diaper, and they helped us to show how to change the diaper. And we attended the classes here when my wife was pregnant on how to breastfeed, how to change the diapers, how to handle the babies. We did all that, but still, when you have to do things practically, you still need some extra help. So that's why they helped us. So after one day, my wife was supposed to get discharged from the hospital, which was a good thing because you want to be in your home and be relaxed, because you get ample of space at home, right? So but they give you a questionnaire before to your wife to fill some questions, and when she did that, like how are you feeling, how much confident you are about breastfeeding, I remember some of the questions but not all. But when she answered all of them, the score of that came very low. So the doctor suggested that you guys should be here for one more night, and we said okay. So we stayed for there one more night, and during that the nurses helped us, like even how to feed the baby, and for everything, if baby gags, how to do it, how you burp it, like they did everything. Okay, so we did all of that on the second day, and then we went to the home. And so far everything works good, and thanks to God and all other our families who prayed for that. So my whole intention here is, and I want to pause here, that if you are going through the same situation where you are getting any of the foreign assignments or any of the short-term assignments, and your wife is pregnant, and then you come in a decision that okay, I can't take my wife because I don't have my family there, don't stop it there. Believe in yourself, talk with your wife, believe in yourself, and be committed. It's easy, guys. I know everybody demotivates us, like, oh, if you're gonna become a father, it's gonna be a sleepless nights and all that. It is hard, but it's not so hard that you guys can't handle it. So couple of things, if I want to summarize it. The first thing is, make sure you attend the classes like breastfeeding sessions, you attend the baby care sessions. Some of the every hospital in US have those kind of training classes. We attended those and they were very helpful. So do that. The second thing is, believe in yourself. Believe that you are alone, you're not expecting any help from anybody, and you have to cross it. There is no one is going to help and handhold you guys. Believe in that and you guys will do it. So believe in yourself. And the third thing is that be emotionally connected, be virtually connected with your family, because they also help you, right? Because I was WhatsApp call, Zoom call, and on other platforms, we were connected with them, and you need somebody to talk with, right? You need somebody as a support. So do that. And don't worry much if you're making that decision. I think it's really doable. And I made this video because even when I came here, I was searching on Google, on Quora, is there anyone in US, like from India or somebody else, who can tell me, hey Umar, this is doable, don't worry, it's easy. But I didn't got anyone telling me that. My colleagues, my families, everyone was like, it's not gonna be easy. But I'm sharing my honest personal experience. It's easy, provided you both believe in yourselves and you both are committed and patient. Hey guys, I forgot to mention one thing in the video. If you have a similar experience, do feel free to put them in the comments so that other people can read them and feel motivated about the same. And do like and do share if you like the video. Thank you.